Okay, almost end of the year. Go to the arm drag with Matt. And then I go into the Sakuraba Kimura trap from standing. And then I feel that you duck under, do a little roll under. And then from here, I was trying to get to your back by rolling to the side, but you did a really good job making sure that I was flat on my back. Yeah, so it's a really good job. You were doing a good job making sure that I couldn't wrench on your arm, but at the same time that I was flat on my back. Yeah, really good sequence from you from here today. Yeah, almost got to your back a couple of times, but good leverage, making sure that I was flat on my back. Good work. And keeping your arm safe. You can see me going back and forth, trying to get to your back, and then I ditch out. Yeah, and then this is that position where you felt like your arm was trapped, but yeah, you just have to put pressure on the side of the knee downwards, and then you'll be in a good spot. Good little takedown. Just sprawled out, then going for guillotines. Yeah. When you feel pressure on the back of your head or punching up your underhook, that is your sign to get out of the position. Yeah. You're locking yourself into that single leg, and then when I get like Darce grips or like whizzers and stuff like that, you're just letting it happen. And when those things get engaged, the warning bell should be going off, and you should be trying to get out or get to a more advantageous position right away. That was the guillotine to the reverse Kimura to the Barada Plata. Yeah, it's tough. You have to keep pressure behind my knees and get your arm out, break the grips before I can do too much. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. A little whizzer. Not whizzer, giggler. And then just a smash pass into the punch choke. Yeah. We went over how to defend against the punch choke here, getting that shin in. Yeah, so this is the counter to that crab ride position, yeah? Getting grips behind the heels, just pulling up. Yeah, it's very difficult for you to put leverage and collapse me to my knees with that. And so I just wait it out, and then I pass into a kind of a leg locking position, spin around. But that'll do you well. And so from here, we kind of work that deep half, yeah? Keeping on your side and then turning over, collapsing my knee to the inside, lifting my other leg, and then just crab hook on the back of your knee here so you couldn't turn into me, and then I just follow with that knee. Good little, yeah, I'm getting into some weird positions there. Doing a good job adapting though. Yeah, be careful about those hooks when you're passing. Even on the ground, they can hook your ankles. Head control. I can mess with your posture. Then getting into, from here I could go into single leg X, yeah? So this is actually a good position for you to take a look at for you. Getting your knee on the inside and just manipulating someone's base with your knees on their knees and getting underneath them. Yeah, if you can get underneath the person, you get underneath their center of balance, and then you can mess with their base a lot more. I'm just messing with your posture with my leg, side of your shoulder. Beautiful, yeah. Really good work, yeah. That kind of movement's going to really serve you well. Yeah, all I'm doing is letting you get yourself into a good position and then pass. And then as soon as you make a mistake in settling into side control, I just take advantage and sweep you. Almost got to your back there. Really good work. Yeah, your back avoidance is pretty good. Yeah, you don't let me get there too often. And when I get there, it's only when I have it fully locked in that you have problems. Good little takedown. Yeah, really good work. Yeah, so with the rounds with you and Matt, you can see Matt is doing a good job sweeping you. And so your main prerogative for these kinds of situations is to widen your base and post out with your hands and try to compensate your balance with replacing your base in the correct positions. But you did a good job, yeah. So being a little more insistent on staying up on your feet will help you, and then also recognizing when he has good hooks, like butterfly hooks and stuff like that, and making sure that they don't progress too far, that you retreat at the right times. But he was like good little sweeps, like another good example of a sweep there that you could have based out with your left hand and got into a kind of a floating position. And then also notice that when he passes, you're doing a really good job regarding. Yeah, so he's giving you a little bit of space to move, but at the same time you're taking it and you're going in both directions. Yeah, you're turning into him and you're turning away from him. That's going to serve you really well. So another thing that you can always look for when you're recovering your side control is underhooks. Yeah, so getting your knee elbow connected and getting into a side guard is one way, and which is what you've been doing. So like right now is a good example of getting that side guard in, that top or bottom knee in, and then also turning in and using underhooks to get underneath his armpit and shucking your way behind him is also another good way. Yeah. I'm looking for that single leg X. Yeah, you can see how I slide in. I get that ankle grip. I push on the hip backwards so it compensates, and then I pull in myself into that single leg X. Yeah, another kind of a wrestling position. Yeah, on all fours. Again, I've been experimenting with that with a few people. Berimbolo position. You do a good job making sure I don't get your back, but I can get into a leg drag mount position from here. And so we have a little arm triangle mount sequence here, but yeah, and then from there I climb up and then another burrata plata from the top this time. Good little drop, and then but from here already you should be thinking about getting out. Yeah, you see how much I have pressure on the top of your head, and then you have separation from your elbow to your torso, and then that's where I can dive in for that darce. Yeah, so you can see that I have the darce grip on the side engaged, and you have your hand blocking the choke, but it's pretty tight. Now you can dive in there from lots of different positions, especially when they attack the single leg. You do a good job defending. You know where the locked hands are. I almost get to a really good position, but with that left arm engaged on my hand, I can't close the loop completely. Yeah, you're safe here, I think. And so I ditch out. And I see I can go for the other side, so I attack the other side. And so at this point, you should be maybe framing on my hips and trying to get out, yeah? Rotational movement will always help you in these situations, getting your hips to my hips on either side, and moving your head to my head. I just fall back into the guillotine. Yeah, I think you can be a little more proactive when someone has little grips on top of your knees. Yeah, I think you should try and strip them as quickly as you can, and that means forearms and their forearms, and just like stripping their hands off your knees. Again, trying to get into a leg locking position. Good recognition of where it's holding you, and then you turn into me. Beautiful work. Berimbolo. but you do a good job spinning in the exact right way. And you spin right here. Yeah, you see that spin? You spin in perfect position and in a good passing position. Another good. Yeah, I'm too slow, reaching my hand out. And then, yeah, it's tough. Like, ideally, you have one arm underneath my arm and one arm above my shoulder in a seatbelt position. And so if I stand up or toss you forward, you have a good grip on either side. Just try and take your back here with that crab grip, that crab ride grip. You're doing a good job trying to get out. Good little arm pummeling. And then this is where we discussed getting the gaps, using the ground as a spatula, avoiding the arm triangle, and getting out of a back mount. And then from here, I'm just trying some tricky arm bars. Yeah, just be careful about your arm in between someone's leg like that. They can just put their arm forward and get you into a pretty solid arm bar position here. Not a bad idea to collapse, but when you collapse, you try and pull your arm out as you collapse, and then you can get free yourself. Yeah. And then from here, that's not a great idea because it opens up triangles, one in, one arm out. You want to try to get both arms in or both arms out, scoot in underneath, or get both arms above my legs and scoot in either direction. Spinning also works. That's always a good option, what you just did. Good little sweep. You can see he's getting control behind the knees and just toppling over your base. Yeah, so eventually you're going to be active posting and widening your base. That's going to be your answer to a lot of the sweeps, especially in Nogi, is that movement and active posting will help a lot. Good little arm bar. Good recovery, Nikki. Yeah, he's hooking you. So this might be a good chance to try and get out, but it's tough. He's hooking you in, yeah. And so active posting and putting your hands on the mat, and pummeling with light legs into a good inside position, and then settling to mount will help you, especially when they're pulling you in like that. Good little teleport to the back. Yeah. So when you feel that your hand is on the chin like that, you want to pull back actually and attack on the side of the chin nearest to your elbow and slide down the chin with your knuckle. Yeah, so it's tough to choke somebody on top of their chin, and so you got to kind of like get to their side, and I'll show you the gap. Yeah, there's a little gap in the ear from the chin down to the near the ear. There's a gap between the chin and the shoulder, and you dig your finger into there. Just that was the reverse Kimura back attack sequence. Yeah, I locked up the reverse Kimura, and then I put your hand on the ground, immobilized your torso, and then I climbed in behind you. And then from here, I'm kind of in a smash half guard. I'm looking for arm triangles here, but it didn't work out. Good little arm drag on the opposite side, and then the steamer lock. Yeah, so I jam your toes into my stomach and then pull up onto your heel. Another Darce attempt. Yeah, just follow you across. Yeah, that was the wrestling sequence where I tried to foot sweep you and then I snap you down. And that'll be a good sequence for you to learn, is the foot sweep to snap down. Yeah, I was trying triangles in this round, yeah. So I pulled on your arm, tried to get upper torso control with my legs. So yeah, really good sneaking that right arm in, yeah. So I was pretty tight. I bowled you over. Hopefully your neck's okay. And then from here, we discuss how to get out that little gap between my knees. Again, into kind of a leg locking position. You get out with that leg weave, I pin you to the ground. Try to take your back. Good job facing in towards me. I attack a little ankle lock. Do a good job spinning away. Yeah, really good work. My back was definitely exposed there for you if you wanted to jump on it. And then just making it hard for you, inverted guard. Making my legs be the first thing towards you. Looking for arm bars, omoplatas. Do a good job here, making sure I can't control you. Yeah, and then that's the thing is, as you're worrying about your upper body with my legs, your lower body becomes super vulnerable to my arms. Because my arms are still free, right? Yeah, good little armbar attempt there. Smooth passing from Matt here. And so he's doing a really good job setting up control of your legs with his hands and then moving his body around the controlled lower body of yours. And so it's really going to be about preemptive attacks for Nikki, where you kind of anticipate the lower body control with his legs, or with his arms rather, and shut down the passes even before they can materialize. And part of that, it will be something called guard retention, and so recognizing when he's getting into good passing positions, and part of that will be a more offensive guard. So if he's on his back heel, trying to make sure he doesn't get swept, then he can't engage a lot of the passing. Yeah, so it's going to be tough, but you almost bowled him over there. But you're doing a good job recovering with frames so far. And so right now it's really going to be learning how to insert frames and controlling the distance properly, and then eventually generating off balances. Good little close guard sequence here. Matt showing a good little triangle attempt. Yeah, really good attempt there. Yeah, this is a good chance to dive under. Yeah, and so that's not a bad idea, yeah, what you're doing there. But the closer your hip is to the in between his legs, the more off balances you can generate in either direction towards the back of his knee or directly into his hip through his thighs. Little knee cut pin pass here. I have your knee completely pinned with my knee. I just slide into side control. And then you put space between your torso. And then I can just dive into the darce. Little Uchimata off the arm drag. Try for another darce. Yeah, from here you can probably turtle completely. Yeah, you want to get completely onto your stomach and try and retreat. Yeah, there's already so much pressure. I have a hand underneath your armpit. Get to your stomach, frame on my hips, and get out. And this is where, from here, the warning bell should already be going off. I'm really slowly just engaging the foot lock, little toe hold. I pass my knee over to control your hips, and then I dive through, put your toe to your heel. Yeah, just be careful about that, because that can be a diving, very quick submission. When someone grabs the end of your toe like that, very careful. Now, the little single leg, yeah, so whenever you feel that you've done the shot and you don't feel like you have control, get out. Yeah, like you're letting me play around a little too long once you have a failed shot. Yeah, you should be able to feel almost immediately when that shot has failed. So when it doesn't work, yeah, you're gonna either want to retreat completely or pull guard as fast as you can. Just using my flexibility, keeping pressure on top of your knees. Then just some quick submissions here. I was just working movement. Really good work. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to crab ride. Yeah, just shin in the back of the knee. And then if I pull on the ankle and push on your knee, you naturally rotate away from me. And as you rotate away from me, I take your back. Little pass here into a back take and a choke. Good work. I'll see you tomorrow.